Hey there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in this video I want to talk about some interesting developments that have occurred on Dark Spyro over the last 16 hours, basically. I don't know if it's 16 hours exactly, but it's close to that. It's been going on all throughout today, pretty much. So, one quick thing before I actually get into this. The lighting may look a bit weird right now, and that's just because my iPad is back in for repairs because it got fixed and then it broke and then we gotta get it fixed again because the guy that fixed it the first time just broke it worse, and yeah. So it's getting repaired, so I'm using my old iPad, aka my dad's iPad now, so the lighting will look different, at least from what I've seen in the past. Anyways, so on Dark Spyro, there was a link to this guy who had posted some images on the site Reddit. The Skylanders subsection of Reddit, to be specific. Reddit, you know, is just like a global forum for everything. And so, Skylanders. The Skylanders portion exists on there, and this guy posted these pictures there. And so, well, what were they? Well, it's a chopper. But it's not just any chopper. It's a black chopper that looks different. Well, you're thinking, well, it's black. Of course it looks different. Not exactly. Let me grab my chopper figure and then show you on my phone what it looks like, because my laptop is also broken, which is great because my iPad and my laptop are both broken. So anyways, let me tilt this down a little bit. So here you see normal chopper. Right there. Normal chopper. Let me pull up on my phone the first image that was released of this character. So hopefully you will be able to see this okay. I really do apologize for this terrible method of showing you these, but it's really the only way I have right now, unless I go and do like I used to do and just record our computer screen, which I really don't want to do. So here's the picture. Hopefully you can see it. I'll focus on it. Okay, there you can kind of see it, but you can't really see Chopper in comparison. So you can see that that's about right. It doesn't look much better in person, really. And like I said, you can go on Dark Spyro and see all this. But, it's, in that picture, it just looks like Chopper, but black, and with a purple base. But if you'll notice, there's no tongue, or at least no tongue that can be really seen, as compared to Chopper over here with a very, very prominent tongue, even though the contrast has been really screwed up because it's focusing on the phone. So, yeah, that's interesting. You think, oh, it's a prototype, okay? But no, at least not that this guy claims, because we go down to here. Oh wait, no, I'll come back to that, not just a prototype thing in just a second, because this picture is the second picture that he gave us, and it is a sort of a better picture that shows how different this thing is. So you can see right there, I'll back it up a little bit. You can see right there the very pronounced purple base and the, how he's reared up so far, like this. You can really see that, but it's very, very clearly Chopper. And right there you can see that there is in fact a tongue. It is right there. That is his tongue. It is shorter, however, much shorter. And you can't really see it on the iPad, at least not that it's showing up right now. But one of the actual slight details that a lot of people are saying kind of adds to the realism of it is that there is a very, very slight, right around here, tinge of purple, as if light is reflecting through the base and actually, or not reflecting, but going through the base and actually casting purple light, because it's going through the purple plastic. So adds a level of realism. If this was photoshopped, which some people think it is, some people think it isn't. Let's keep going. The third and final picture that we have is this picture, and it is the, oh wait, that's not the best picture, sorry. This picture. This is where I started to doubt the realism of it. Why? Well, if I hold Chopper up in the same way, you can see the bases are the same shape. The bases are the same shape. I have never seen two Skylanders have the exact same base shape. I've never seen that happen before, unless they're magic Skylanders, in which case, yeah, they're going to have the same shape. but not a tech Skylander. I've been comparing them, and at least, not that I see, there's not two Skylanders that have the same base in the tech element. So that would be a first, especially as a Series 2. But if we zoom in on here, you can see at the very bottom where, like on here with Chopper, or the normal Chopper, if it'll focus, if this will focus. Hold on. Okay, you can sort of see it right there. If you have a Skylander laying around, pick it up. You'll see on the bottom, on any of them, that it says on there, it says on the bottom, it has copyright, insert year here, Activision, followed by a serial number. Like, for example, on Chopper, on my Chopper, it's W2143. On this Flashwing, it's E3128. That's where it was produced. The factory. It's basically a label of factory. And at the very bottom, it'll usually have model number. For Flashwing, it's like 845248888. So they each have their own individual model number, and that is persistent throughout all of the Skylanders. All Series 1 Flashwings have that model number. All Series 1 Choppers have that model number. All Fright Riders, model number. So that's persistent throughout them all. Well, I have to unlock my phone again. But on here, you can see the model number. Well, actually, you can see it says copyright 2016 Activision. So that's pretty good in terms of it being real. But you can also see on there where it says model number 849958888. What's the model number on mine? 849958888. So that's pretty big. Why would Series 1 and Series 2 have the same model number? That's pretty big right there in terms of it being fake. That's pretty big. The other thing, the secondary model number, the individual number for like where the figure was produced, is also W2143. Now, before you say, okay, that's it, and it's faked, it's photoshopped, I want to show you one other thing. Funny Bone. My Funny Bone also has the W2143 model number, or not model number, but serial factory number, whatever it is, on there. They have the same number. And yes, I'll tell you right now that magic items and like their respective adventure piece and their respective Skylander, they're all going to have the same serial model number on it. But these guys were purchased separately. Now, I know they were sold in a triple pack with Shroom Boom. Series 2 Shroom Boom. I can't think of what he was called right now because I never bought him. But they were sold alongside of him. And I do remember giving away a figure. And so I went back and I watched my old videos where I unboxed these guys, and they were in single packs. I did give away a figure at one point, but it obviously wasn't Shroom Boom because I never bought him to begin with. So these guys were purchased separately, but they have the same model number. Oh gosh, that was a terrible voice crack. They have the same model number. I'm sorry, I'm sick. I'm getting a lot of voice cracks. They have the same model number. Now, I know, like I said, they were sold in triple packs, so that could be why they have the same model number. But I honestly, I don't know. I looked for other characters with the same model number. I couldn't find any. If anyone can find two figures from two different games that they have the same, I keep saying model number, but that's not what I mean. I mean their other number on there, like 2143, W2143. If they can find two with the same ones from different games, then that could possibly be real. But I still think it's worth noting that they have the same model number, actual model number, because those are unique to each individual character. That is the hugest piece of information to me. Now, someone from the group, or from the guy that writes for Skylanders Inquirer, has this thing, or knew of this thing on the internet, and it's called photo forensics, I believe. And so, let's see. Let's get to it. Sorry, I'm still kind of sick. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to go on the Skylanders Inquirer thing. So, he claims that it's fake. He says that this chopper is fake. It's not a Series 2 chopper. Definitely not. So, this thing called photo forensics can look at an image and it can see where there are slight, very, very slight graphical errors, as if something has been photoshopped in. So if it's completely black, then it's totally legit and there's no graphical glitches whatsoever and it has had nothing done to it and it's completely normal. Sometimes you can get a couple false positives even on a real picture. For instance, this is a picture of a kid holding a Snapshot in his hands. This is completely real. And you can very clearly see the outline of Snapshot. You can very clearly see that. But it's simply the outline of Snapshot. Now we go over here. We go to this. Look at that. It is completely lit up by this. Totally lit up. And so this guy's saying, because of this, the figure's fake. And he says, but wait, there's more. We come down here and we start looking at the shadows. Well, this is a picture of a car out in the sun. And that is how it's registered on to photo forensics. We come over here. We look at Chopper. So the figure in this picture checks out pretty well, but the shadow, you'll notice, goes from it looks so different from the surroundings on photo forensics, and so he says that that's fake. Then he comes down to here. He comes down to the actual picture of the figure with its base showing. He says this is, I believe this is a Gilgrunt, that's what it looks like, and a Whirlwind, real picture of them. You know, it's pretty straightforward. It's just an outline of them. We come over here to this guy, and it starts registering a lot more. So there's that. So I'm not saying anything about photo forensics because I don't quite understand how that thing works. But he's saying that it's fake. And to him, that's a valid point. That really is a valid point. But at the same time, we look at Spitfire, the original Spitfire prototype from around last year this time, and you'll see that it also has some interesting results. This is the real Spitfire. That's an unedited image, and you can see that it does register a little bit, but that's within the normal range. We come to here, and we can see this is a picture of Spitfire's base, and you can see that there's already some stuff like registering right in the middle of the thing. So it thought that it picked up errors on Spitfire, and we know that that was real. We know that that Spitfire prototype was real. So, really, I don't think that that even proves anything. But this guy does say that what he thinks happened is he thinks it is a 3D rendering. I honestly say we don't know. We can't know. But some people are like, it's too good to be fake. And he's like, no, it's too fake to be real. And it's kind of just an argument at this point. There's no real concrete way to prove it one way or the other until this guy either admits that it's fake or he sends us a video, which is what I've been saying. If he at any point just says, hey, here's Chopper, and just kind of rotates him in his hand, then it's real. It's simply put, it's real at that point, because you can fake an image. You can put in a little 3D rendering that you made, and it can look real, but that would pretty much be completely conclusive that it was real, because you're not going to be able to edit in so many frames of it, slightly rotating. That's going to take hours upon hours of work. One interesting thing he said, though, is that if you go into the files and you actually look at some of the interesting attributes of the file, you can see that they've been opened in Adobe programs. So, Photoshop. And this, to me, is more conclusive than anything that photo forensic thing is ever going to prove. It says it was opened in Adobe, and they make these picture modification things like Paint Shop and stuff like that. Photoshop, I mean. And so, it could have been just to simply resize the image. That's what some people are saying, because you could resize the image in that. But at the same time, you could also edit it. So, honestly, which is it? We have no clue what it is until something else shows up. But it is the same time frame as Spitfire, so who knows? It could be real, it might not be. But really, that's all I can say for now, and if anything new does happen, I'll keep you guys updated, because I am really invested in this, and I'm really interested to see what happens next. thanks for watching. This has been Portal Master 9351. I'm going to have a lot more Skylander 6 speculative stuff coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!